Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
We're taking a look at the standard bearers for our Livonian Brotherhood army. The chap on the horse is the main standard of the army and the standard of the chapter master, and this one here is the standard, a secondary standard, probably used by the marshal. Took quite a bit of effort to make the standard. It actually took me 2 days in modelling and fiddling around. I ended up making it out of card, very very thin card, photographic paper actually, which is how I actually made the standard. And that's the chap there. We'll go through this one first. This one is a standard on foot, and he's waving his flag there. The markings on the figures the checks are to make it obvious that this is a standard. It's to make the standard really stand out. The whole point is, as the standard bearer is the one that everyone has to flock to, and he has to be instantly recognisable. And he is, because he's got all these lovely little checks all over him. And I'll just pop him around to show the far side. He's covered in quite a bit of dirt. He's been through the wars, and you can see all the dirt splashed around the horses barding, and it's just a bit of a mess. He's riding through the mud, waving his banner. What is that for at the top?
Is it to make noise?
Yes, it makes noise. And what else does it do?
Scares horses off?
Scares horses, yeah. That's what the fluttery things are for. The fluttery thing, it tends to go really fast and thwacks, and it scares enemy horsemen, which is always quite useful when you've been attacked.
Especially on a retreat.
Yeah. The helmet, the Livonian order don't retreat.
Yeah, if you were retreating.
Yes. This standard is he's just in a normal Livonian order coat. He's just a normal heavy infantryman. He won't be a knight. This chap is a knight, and he's the one who holds the standard, and he has a bit more distinctive helmet. He has a sort of yellow crested yellow helmet with the front piece is red and the top of the helmet is yellow, and of course it's all been scratched off because of all the wind and rain and everything. So it looks like he's been battling, and I quite like these ones. This one didn't take me too long. He wasn't on a horse for a start, and I didn't really have much to think about, whereas this one actually took, as I said, 2 days to do. What do you think?
Well, pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was quite happy. It's the second Livonian figure I did actually.
Yeah, your first one was the marshal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's quite good. Questions?
What did the standard bearer do rather than just holding a flag up?
Well, Dan, interesting. The standard bearer himself was the chap who was in charge of the flag. However, the term standard bearer is also a title. And the standard bearer, the actual man with the name standard bearer, would actually march in front of the standard. He'd be here on a horse. And his job was the paymaster of the legion.
As we've already said in our other video.
Yes.
On the marshal.
Yes. So his job was to pay the
people.
Pay the rent. Not pay the rent. Pay the
army.
Yeah, that was basically his whole. He was a paymaster general, and what he generally did was he would also be in charge of disciplining the sergeants in the army, and particularly the Turcopoles, people who are not members of the order itself, typically. Next question.
What did the what does all the marks mean?
Which marks? Right, that's the sword. That's the Brotherhood of the Sword. These are the Knights of the Sword, and that is their emblem. The sword is actually a cross, but it's done in the shape of a sword, and the top part. That bit there is what they all wear on their jackets, and that's the Iron Cross of the. It's an Iron Cross shape of the German knights, the guys with stupid helmets.
Teutons.
Yes, that's it. The Teutons. Yeah, terrible at names. So yeah, that's what they do. And this camera is constantly going out of focus. Constantly. I think it's the checks. I think the checks are making it go out of focus. I don't know why. But yes, that's the basic emblem. This guy would ride next to the chapter master or the Grand Master.
Yeah.
And he'd ride along next to the Grand Master, so at all times you can see where the commander of the army is. He would also be similar to the Master and Commander, who is the second in command. We've already done a video on that. Basically, the highest ranking knight is the one who's in charge of the army. And unlike most armies, where the king's technically in charge of an army, and most kings are actually idiots and aren't actually very good at this sort of stuff, with the Holy Orders, the commanders tended to be quite good, because that's how you rose to the top. You tended to be very good at what you did, so they're very good at leading troops into battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is that you can instantly see where the commander is on the battlefield. And it's also helped by the fact that the commander wears very distinctive clothing, so he's obvious to see. You also have trumpeters and buglers, and the trumpeters would wear very strange colours, like really, really weird colours, because they were also messengers. And messengers would wear very, very bright colours so you could see the messenger. And protect him, because of course he was carrying orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we'd call runners today. That's basically what they are. So, any more questions?
No.
No? It's quite a dull video really, but I just wanted to show off the figure, and it was rather annoying that the camera kept going out of focus. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. Over to the outro.
So if you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Standardbearer.
Yeah.
And the Standard.
Yeah. Now, one's the standard, one's the battle standard, and one's a sort of substandard.
That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.